Hey everyone, Tracy here with Millennia Tea, the creators of Fresh Leaf Tea. And today I would like to introduce you to someone very, very special. And so I'm really excited to bring him in because lots of folks have been asking about him and introduce you to Marcus.
Hey Tracy.
Hey Marcus.
How are you doing?
I'm well, how are you?
Good.
Thanks so much for being here to make a video with us.
I am super excited to be working with Millennia Tea.
That's good. Okay, so let's get to know you a little bit. Give me the Coles Notes version of who you are, where you come from, what you've done.
Born and raised in St. John, have always had an interest in startups and small business, whether I knew it or not. From a young age, I was the kid knocking on your door, asking if you want your lawn mowed. In university, I studied business, where I got my first taste of a startup. In an entrepreneurship class, we started a clothing company. Lots learned from there. After university, I was accepted into a program called Venture for Canada that has the mission of fostering entrepreneurship with recent grads. Worked in a startup for the last year and a half, and now I'm super excited to be working with Millennia Tea.
That's awesome. And something I should mention is that when you start with a startup, it takes a really special kind of person. We don't have an HR department. There's not an employee handbook. We don't have operations procedures as such at this point. We are just bootstrapping it to get to the next level. So we get nervous. You get nervous bringing on your first person to make sure that are they going to be okay with that unstructuredness. How do you feel about that?
That's the fun part. The last thing I want is to go into a job and they say, these are your 4 responsibilities, do them every day over and over. That would be terrible to me.
Right.
As a good friend of mine often says, one of the best things that we can do for ourselves is to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And once you do that, then you're exposed to all of these opportunities. Like in a startup, you get to work on projects that in a big company might otherwise take years to build up the acumen and responsibility for. But in startups, there's a lot of things that just need to get done. So you get to figure them out and do them.
And I'll say that some of that business acumen that you bring to us, so Marcus has a degree from Mount A in commerce, and that has been really helpful for us because Rory and I don't have business degrees. And so we're kind of hoofing it, but you bring some processes, some ideas around operations that have been really helpful to us. And we bring good tea. Would you like some tea?
I would love some tea. I brought my mug.
That's good. So Marcus.
Thank you.
How much tea did you drink before you started with Millennia Tea?
I drank this much tea, 0, maybe 2 glasses a year.
Yeah.
Now I drink tea every day. Before I started, I was drinking way too much coffee.
Yeah.
If you love coffee, you've gotten to a point where you drank too much of it. And so now I have a coffee in the morning, but then I drink Millennia Tea all day.
How's your energy drinking tea?
It is so much better.
It is a shameless plug.
It is not. That is a shameless plug.
Alright, so
my energy's great though. It is sustained. It is not peaks and valleys and jitters like coffee.
Good. Okay, so you started with us a few weeks ago. Talk to folks about what's been interesting for you so far.
What's been interesting for me is I have a passion for videography and editing and producing videos, and a large chunk of my role here is doing just that, content creation. Got a couple cameras going right now.
Like these, yeah.
And that has been incredible for me to get paid to do something I'm passionate about. doesn't even feel like work.
That's neat. That's neat. And what about moving forward? So looking at, I know you do, Marcus does a little bit of everything when you're we call ourselves kind of the founders team. When you're part of that team, everyone's working on lots of different things at the same time. And then we define it into roles. But what is interesting for you moving forward if we think about the coming weeks and months and so on? What kind of gets you jazzed?
What's really exciting for me is where the company is. We're super early stage, only been selling tea since February really, and we've done a market validation, I would kind of call it, in Atlantic Canada with 31 retailers. We just got our first retailer in Ontario, and that's exciting to me because this means we're going from concept and validation now to expansion and growing the brand, telling the story, getting into retailers. We just got our first retailer in Ontario, a couple in Quebec, and now the fun begins.
Yeah, a lot of work.
Lots of work ahead.
We're having a really good time. Lots of fun. So, okay, so
A steep and good time.
A steep and good time. So let's wrap it up here. We're really excited. Rory and I are so excited and so grateful to have you as employee number 1. And that's cool for you, right? For someone,
super cool for me.
Okay, that's I try to console myself with some of the things that we don't have in place, knowing that employee number 1 is a cool thing for people who like startups.
Is it ever? I love not only that I get the opportunity, but you guys actually embrace my opinion. I get to give my opinion on strategy and all kinds of decisions that you might otherwise never get roped into if you weren't at such an early stage company. That's really exciting for me too.
Yeah, I love this whole idea of co-creating something that is going to contribute in a meaningful way is really, anyway, super exciting. So welcome, and we'll wrap it up, but first, tea.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And the tea is so good.
I hope you have a great day, everyone. Bye.